This is the Enabot Ebo X, and I think it is the best home robot I've ever reviewed so far. So in this video, let's check it out. Moving on to the design of the Ebo X, I have to say that my first impression of it is that it looks incredibly futuristic and cool. Of course, you have to ignore the reflections from the lights and the camera on it. At the top, there's a pop-up cover that houses the volume keys, play pause, and Alexa action button. When you pop up the cover, you are greeted by an 8-megapixel camera that supports an angle of 104 degrees tilting. The built-in gimbal provides a stable footage, which I will show you in a moment. Around the cover, we have 4 mics. Also, there's a privacy button that you can press to cut off the mics and the camera immediately. Moving down, we come to the main body of the Ebo X, which is mainly about atmosphere LEDs. Don't they look cool in the dark? A little further down, we have touch sensors on 2 sides and sound outlets. Now, let's take a look at the back. There's an SD card slot and many sensors are built in, which I will mark on the screen for you. Finally, at the bottom, there are 2 wheels, charging contacts, a power button, and a reset button below it. That's basically the design of the Ebo X. Compared to its predecessor, the Ebo Air, it's much more complex and bigger in size. Kind of like me growing fat over the years. Now, let's put this device to the test. First, we need to connect the charging base to the power source. Next, we should place the Ebo X on the base, ensuring that it touches the charging contacts. The camera will calibrate itself and the atmospheric LEDs will light up. We should wait for a few seconds until we hear the Ebo X say,
"Connecting to the network."
Go to the Ebo app, click Add Device, find the Ebo X, and follow the instructions on the phone to connect to Wi-Fi and obtain a QR code. After that, we need to let Ebo X scan the QR code. When we hear a voice prompt that says,
"Networking success,"
we will know that we have successfully connected to our phone. We can also follow the on-screen prompts to connect to Amazon Alexa. I highly recommend doing this because it's so much fun. Alexa, how it works? Play some music.
"Here's a station you might like."
I'll talk about that in a moment. I'm very happy to see that the app connection is very smooth, especially considering that it's still in the prototype stage.
Place on the internet where
Alexa?
you can hang out with Charlie.
Stop playing music because I'm making videos, you know. Regarding the app, here is the homepage. As I mentioned, it's still in the early stages, so I'll guide you through some of the key features. One feature that I really like is the lighting system here. It offers various themes such as dreamy starry sky, spring, sunshine. You can select different lighting options for each theme, like this stop color. Okay, I'm sure they will change the name later. And then you apply, right? See the difference? It changes, right? And most importantly, you can customize your own theme. Like here, you can choose red, like green, and you can even name it. So you can like apply. And that's the good color I just created. Obviously, I'm not so good at color design. Also, as you can see, I have created some others, before. So that's just cool, right? Customization never gets old. And also you can adjust the brightness here, or just turn off completely and the light just gone. And here is the whistle light rhythm. When you turn on, it will, dance with the music. I will test this feature later in the audio section. Stay tuned for that. The charging ambient light is for the light on the charging base. There are also touch area settings and a sound source location feature, which is quite fun. Unlike other smart devices, it doesn't talk to you face to face. The Ebo X can locate the sound source and turn its front right at you. Alexa? Alexa? It's highly accurate and super fun. The main features are all on this monitoring page. Let's click in. There are 2 buttons for taking photos and videos. Here are some pictures and video footage that I took. Check them out. They are not bad, right? And there are also buttons for the speaker and the mic. In the settings, you can adjust the parameters for your video footage, such as resolution, is it up to 4K, shoot mode, auto, daylight, night, and many others. There is also a remote control feature where you can change the speed and turn on the collision-proof assistance and the anti-drop assistance. These are two super important features, especially if you have naughty kids around who might damage the robot. You can also change the pattern of the steering panel according to your preferences. Personally, I like this double design. It's like playing games. So this is the single and this double. We also discovered other features on the monitor page. There is the smart tracking feature that always keeps you in the center, no matter where you go. And this button is for the robot to exit the charging station. And this one is for it to automatically return to charge. Let me show you that it actually works. And finally, this part is for adjusting the camera angle, and this button is for centering the camera. That is the walkthrough of the app. Next, I'm going to show you some of the key features that set Ebo X apart from other home robots, making it an ideal guardian for your family. First is Elderly 4 alert. If the Ebo X detects someone lying on the ground, it will trigger an app call. Okay, it activated that Elderly 4 alert, right? From my testing, it doesn't necessarily have to be an elderly person. My 4-year-old daughter Christina also triggered it. And it works whether the person is laying parallel or perpendicular to the robot. This is especially helpful for families with elderly members who may need assistance when no one else is around. As a two-wheeled robot, the Ebo X also boasts impressive self-balance ability. No matter how much abuse it always manages to stand upright in the end. According to official information, it can even cross obstacles up to 10 millimeters high. In my tests, it was able to cross even thick boards, although it struggled at times, but managed to sort itself out. It's a lot of fun to play with. Okay. Another great feature is the certain areas intrusion alert. If someone enters a restricted area, such as store or balcony, the Ebo X will send an intrusion alert to users via the app. You can check all the alerts in the notification center. The Ebo X also offers other impressive features such as facial recognition. Once it recognizes a registered face, it will greet you with
"Have a good day,"
or
"Want some music? Call Alexa to play newest songs for you."
Two-way communication allows you to talk to your loved ones even when you are not at home. While some promised features are not yet available, like crying and call for help alert, good for families with babies, smart mapping, it builds a map of the house using VSNAP technology, and with the whole house map, Ebo X can go to any corner of the house autonomously. Looks so cool. I just cannot wait to see the finalize all of these so I can test. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't. There are even more features to explore, but I'll leave that up to you. Otherwise, this video would go on forever. Overall, the Ebo X I have now has already exceeded my expectations. As the feature suggests, the Ebo X is Harman Kardon certified, meaning its sound quality is top-notch. I highly recommend giving it a listen.
We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
So there you have it. The reason why I highly recommend this Ebo X is, of course, its versatility. It not only offers great home monitoring, but also the convenience of being able to check in on my family members anytime, anywhere. Thanks to the Ebo X reliable connection, with its easy-to-use phone app and impressive features like Elderly 4 alert and self-balance ability, every modern family should own one. It would be a lie if I say I didn't encounter any issues during my review, such as the app still needing some time to get everything right. However, that wouldn't be a deal breaker at all. The prototype model shows great potential for the final product, and I'm confident that Enabot will finalize all the functions before official shipping. It's a great choice for those who want a reliable and fun home camera with unique safety features. And if you are interested, I highly suggest checking out the crowdfunding campaign for the Enabot Ebo X. Thanks for watching, I'm Sami. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.